Good morning, class 9th students. I hope you all are fine and busy with your studies. Let me recapitulate that we have learned in previous video lesson. Graciano advises Antonio not to remain in melancholy. For that, he gives many examples and exeunt the stage. Bassanio accepts of being prodigal. Antonio is ready to help him with his money, body, and extremist means. Later, we have also find optimistic nature of Bassanio when he tells about his school days risk for a lost shaft. Bassanio assures Antonio that he will repay the second loan and will remain debtor for the first. Let's continue today's lesson. Antonio's dialogue. You know me well, and herein spend but time to win about my love with circumstance, and out of doubt you do me now more wrong in making question of my uttermost than if you had made waste of all I have, then do but say to me what I should do, that in your knowledge may by me be done, and I am pressed unto it, therefore speak. Antonio says that you know me well. You are wasting your and my time by giving the references to my love. This talk means you have doubt about my friendship. You do me more wrong in doubting about my readiness to help you with a bigger amount of money than you would actually spend. Simply tell me what you would like me to do. If you know that I can do it, I will oblige to do it. So please tell me. Here we come to know that how much Antonio loves Bassanio and how pure is his friendship. We also come to know that Antonio loves wholeheartedly to Bassanio. Let's see what does Bassanio say. Bassanio's dialogue. In Belmont is a lady richly left, and she is fair and fairer than that word, of wondrous virtues. Sometimes from her eyes I did receive fair speechless messages. Her name is Portia. Here Bassanio says that in Belmont there is a lady who has inherited much wealth. She is beautiful, and her beauty is fairer than that word. It means Portia is beautiful as well as virtuous, which makes her more beautiful than the beauty of her face. Later, Bassanio says that I did receive fair speechless messages. Bassanio wants to say that sometimes he received from Portia's eyes lovely silent messages. Let me continue the reading. The dialogue of Bassanio is quite lengthy, so I will explain it in parts. Her name is Portia, nothing undervalued to Cato's daughter, Brutus Portia, nor is the wide world ignorant of her worth. For the four winds blow in from every coast renowned suitors, and her sunny locks hang on her temples like a golden fleece, which makes her seat of Belmont Colco's strand. And many Jasons come in quest of her. O my Antonio, had I but the means to hold a rival place with one of them, I have a mind presage me such thrift that I should questionless be fortunate. We find many allusions in the present dialogue of Bassanio, like Cato's daughter, then Brutus, then Golden Fleece, then Colchos, Jason, and Golden Fleece. Okay, so let me explain first all these allusions. Okay, first let me explain who was Cato. Cato was a Roman statesman in the pre-Christian era. Okay, then who was Brutus? Brutus was a famous ancient Roman leader who was partially responsible for assassinating Julius Caesar. I think many of you have heard about the Julius Caesar. Then you may ask me, who was Julius Caesar? Let me give the brief description about him. Julius Caesar was a Roman statesman and general who played a critical role in the demise of Roman Republic and the rise of Roman Empire. He was also a historian and author of Latin prose. So here Bassanio compares Portia to another Portia, who was famous Roman heroine, the daughter of Cato and wife of Brutus, for her beauty and world famous riches. Bassanio says that his Portia is no less precious than Cato's daughter. Is this clear to you? Now let me explain what is golden fleece. Okay, in classical mythology, the golden fleece was the fleece of a magical ram, and the hero Jason went on a long quest to retrieve it. Now, what is Colchos strand? Colchos strand is referred to place near Black Sea, where the king of Colchis wanted his golden fleece, which was guarded by a dragon. Jason, a Greek hero, got the golden fleece back and won back his kingdom. Here, Portia's golden hair has been compared to the golden fleece and her suitors to Jason trying to win her heart. Okay, so we find Shakespeare has used simile literary devised. Let me give brief explanation from line number 169 to line number 180. Her name is Portia, and she is no less precious than Cato's daughter, who was the wife of Brutus. Indeed, the whole world is aware of her worth, for famous suitors are sailing towards her from every coast. Her pretty hair adorns her forehead like golden fleece, and her home at Belmont is like the ancient kingdom of Colchos. Many suitors go there to win her. O Antonio, had I the money to compete with them, my instinct tell me that I should surely be the winner. In the next dialogue, we find that Antonio is unable to help Bassanio at once since he has no money in hand, as all his business ventures are at stake. But he instructs Bassanio to find out a merchant who is ready to give him money against his name. Let me read the dialogue. Antonio's dialogue. Thou knowest that all my fortunes are at sea, neither have I money nor commodity to raise a present sum. Therefore go forth, try what my credit can in Venice do, that shall be racked even to uttermost, to furnish thee to Belmont, to fair Portia. Go presently, inquire, and so will I, where money is, and I no question make to have it of my trust or for my shake. Antonio says to Bassanio that you know all my money is invested in my ships at sea. I have neither cash nor anything on which money could be raised. But go out and see what my credit can do in Venice. It shall be stretched to the utmost limit to enable you to go to Belmont and win over the beautiful Portia. Go at once and inquire, and I shall do the same. Wherever money could be had, and I have no doubt that I shall have it, either on account of my business credit or against my personal surety. With this, we have finished our scene 1 of Act 1. I hope you all have understood it well. Let me throw some light on the significance of this scene. The scene introduces major characters and gives a foretaste of the kind of action that would follow. Antonio's melancholy is ominous, and sets the tone of the play. The Bond story and the casket story are linked together. The friendship between Antonio and Bassanio has been described in vivid terms, that is, very clearly it has been described. The scene prepares us for threefold actions. And what are they? That is Bassanio's well cited hopes, Lorenzo's promise to meet Bassanio later in the evening, and Antonio's undertaking to raise funds for Bassanio. I have uploaded text images and also few questions that you have to answer in your fair copy. I will meet you in next video with new scene, that is scene 2. Till then, take care, have a nice time.